Hello guys, Osmojic here and this is the review of Lenovo Ideapad 300 laptop 2016. These laptops come with Intel Core 6 generation processors and this particular machine is running Core i5 6th generation and AMD Radeon 2GB graphics card. So let's start. I will be talking about all the pros and cons of this laptop, and the first pro you notice is the looks. Its silver and black combination, sharp design, and the overall slim form factor give it a really premium feel. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at the bottom panel. Also, according to Lenovo, battery is not user replaceable, but you can replace or upgrade hard disk, RAM, keyboard, and optical drive. On the back, it has a 2-hinge mechanism which is reasonably sturdy, and you can tilt the screen up to 135 degree, but the opening is not clean one-handed. The bottom panel lifts a little, then it drops. Pro, it has both VGA port and HDMI port, so you can also connect your old monitors. Con, it has only one USB 3.0 port, that too with no sleep charge, and it also has two USB 2.0. Pro, it has a non-Blu-ray optical drive, might come in handy someday. Now let's talk about the display. This laptop comes with a Full HD screen, which is not very common in the laptops in this price range. And when combined with the Core 6th generation processor, i5 and i7 and AMD Radeon Graphics card, it makes for an overall very sweet deal. The color range of the display is good for most users, but it will not be suitable for color sensitive work. Now the biggest con of the display is it's very reflective. When there is something dark on the screen or you are viewing a movie, there is a night scene, you can partially see yourself in the screen. One solution to it can be, if you are very much bothered by it, you can put an anti-reflective film on the display. Now coming to the viewing angles. Viewing angles are neither great or nor bad. They are just average. If 3-4 guys are sitting side by side watching the screen at the same time, there should be no issue with the viewing angles. Now the brightness of the screen is a definite pro. The lows are pretty low and the highs are quite high. I think that should cover the display. Now coming to the touchpad. The touchpad is a pro while the buttons below are the con. As it is a single button, and as you move toward the center, it gets harder and harder to press, and around the midpoint it's almost impossible to press the button. Touchpad somewhat makes up for it. It supports 5 finger multi-touch and all the gestures. Here you can see the 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Here is an example of 3 finger horizontal swipe to switch between the windows. Keyboard, it gets at most 5 out of 10 points. The base of the keyboard is not very strong. When you press the keys, base also moves, and there is very little feedback from the keys. And also one problem I noticed that you have to press the keys fully to register the input. If you press halfway like this, it won't take the input. All you have to press the key fully. Camera and microphone are definitely on the pro side. It records very clear 720p video. Here is a sample. Speakers on this laptop are amazing. Not only they are Dolby and very loud, they will match any portable Bluetooth speaker in sound. Now coming to the gaming and graphics performance, it has switchable graphics, that is one integrated graphics card that comes with Core i5 6th generation, and one AMD Radeon 2 GB graphics card. The performance of the integrated graphic card is just average. It averages around 30 frames per second on this game, Shank 2. But once you switch to the dedicated graphics card, it really turns up the performance. You should be able to play a small size game at the highest settings, but for graphic intensive game you should be able to play without any hiccups at medium settings. Although the performance varies from game to game, but the video editing in Adobe Premiere Pro is a breeze. And if you feel like the performance is not up to the mark, it might be because of the 4 GB RAM or 5400 RPM hard disk, which you can always upgrade if need be. Now, what comes after gaming? Heating and fan noise. And this laptop passes with flying colors on both counts. The fan noise is almost absent, and even after hours of intense gaming, there is no unexpected or abnormal heating. So, game away. Now, the bottom line is if you want to buy this laptop, you want to do something more than just browsing and movies. So, you can divide the component of this laptop in two parts: processor, graphics card, and the display cannot be upgraded, and they are really good in this laptop. On the other hand, RAM and the hard disk are sufficient, but you can always upgrade them if need be. Also, you can always buy a mouse and a keyboard if you feel like. Thank you for watching, guys. That's it. Please like and subscribe and post your queries in the comments below.